Okay, now I just want this video to show where we've got all our Kitec lines going to. So the header is right here. This is the supply header, I guess we call that. That supplies all the hot water to the radiators. And then our return header is down there, and it's more or less like a return here, two returns here, another return right there, and then one off there. There's 4 zones. So this first zone that I'm showing, see if I can balance this light and do this. So this first zone coming out, that is the main floor, the 2 front rooms, and the hallway. So it goes out to what is Denaja's office right now, which is way back there. And then that line comes all the way across over to there, which is in the dining room, which is in there. And then from there, it comes all the way out there into right here, which is the radiator in the hallway. And then that comes all the way back and returns. All the connections are below the floorboards, so they're like this. The only problem with this one here, let's see if I can put my finger on it right there, is there's actually black pipe that's probably 4 to 6 foot long that goes back to the radiator, and they're just hanging there, so they're asking for a problem. But if we just wanted to replace the Kitec lines, we could do that. You know, no issues there. Okay, so the second zone, which is upstairs, and it's pretty much the same layout. It goes to my office, which is in the same location as Denaja's, goes over to our master bedroom, which is above the living room, and then goes into the hallway. So that is a little trickier zone. So that there is, so this one here is the zone that I just said. This is the second zone here that goes upstairs. So when you follow this line, it's very interesting. It goes right into there, and that's actually one of the main beams, and you can see they've notched it out to make room for plumbing, but they've actually drilled a hole right into that main beam that comes up, and I'm assuming comes into the bottom plate of the wall where the thermostat is. Now it goes upstairs, and what I assume it follows the same path, but where it comes out is right there, and it's the same thing. They've drilled a hole right through that big beam and into what I'm assuming is the base plate of the wall on the other side of the hallway, because right here as we look, this is the hallway from here to here. So one of them comes in over there and the other one comes out there. So that might be tricky to replace, and the big thing is we don't know where the Kitec connects. We might have Kitec all in the ceiling upstairs, or it might just connect to some black pipe. Either way, we don't know that, and it may be tricky to fish those lines out and fish new lines through depending on their sizes. The other 2 zones, one of them is really simple, and that is I believe this zone that says living room. So it comes up, follows this line across into here, and this isn't the living room. This is actually the radiator, I believe, in the, I guess you'd call it the living room. We call it the living room, but the dining area adjacent to the kitchen. And then it comes out there and goes right back into, I'm gonna just switch there. So a very short connection where it comes out into here and comes out here and returns. So that's a very easy loop to replace the Kitec. And finally, the last loop where it says master bedroom or spare right there, that goes up and it comes all the way across. And you can see it here above this rubble wall. And then it goes up into the wall there, which is this wall all the way up. Now the way that this house is designed, this used to be the outside wall. So the assumption is this actually goes all the way up in this wall and connects to that radiator somewhere. So that's relatively easy. We just have to cut a hole in this drywall. We're not too worried about the finish. And once we cut the hole in the drywall, then we can make the repair. So all the zones are relatively easy to replace. We can see where it needs to be done, except for that upper front hallway one where we don't know where the lines end. That could be problematic, where we got to rip apart a lot of stuff to access it. So now to find a contractor that wants to do it, but chances are it's going to be a little old me.